Hello, I am Centimus Prime, and here I will be building the Kre-o Transformers Battle Changer Grimlock. Now, I've built Ironhide, I've built Shockwave, I'm going to be building Grimlock here, sort of ending this trilogy of these little Kre-o Battle Changer kits that I have. Because yes, I only have 3 of these. But hey, this has been pretty fun. So let's continue. So let's finish this one off. And of course I will be taking a quick look at the box. Just like the other two, it has a nice shaping to it. Has the box shape to keep the parts, and it's on like this sort of card-like base with the hook and everything, with the peg hook. And on this side, it's pretty much like the other two. Very nice. Also advertising the stuff, yeah, I do in fact not have. I absolutely do not have the Kre-o Battle Changer Megatron. But oh well. Enough of that. Let's get on to the building, shall we? Now, something I have failed to mention about these, about the building process of these guys is the fact that the instructions are absolutely insane. Because rather than being like this nice, simple little booklets, like Lego normally does, they just do this whole like flip out thing, which honestly takes up a butt ton of space, a metric ton of building space, which is kinda not ideal if you're building on like a table or something. And even now, I'm struggling to find a decent way of having all the steps shown so I can actually build this. But enough about that. Let's get on to the building itself. And starting off, we will be taking one of these pieces, and we're going to be putting on a snot brick like this, which is pretty much your standard snot brick, only with some minor changes to it. And of course, we also will be attaching on one of these Kre-o ball joints onto. Actually, I'll put the brick on backwards. So you're going to be building it up like that, so that this part is facing this way, and this other part is facing the other way. Then after that, you take one of these interesting pieces, clip it on like this. Oh. Yeah, you clip it on like that. The tolerances are a bit tight. Let me try another one. I guess that'll work. So you're basically going to clip it on like that. Then what you do is you take a 1x1 stud, rounded stud, and attach it to the stud at the end, kind of forming a foot. Then after that, well, this step should have been before, but you take a cheese wedge, which has these vent detailings if you have them from Kre-o. The Kre-o versions have these like little vent details. And we'll be attaching one of these clips to it, which looks kind of different. So basically, we're going to be attaching it like so. Okay, then after that, we will be putting together the thigh, which is pretty simple. You just clip this part on, or I'm actually going to clip the other one on, maybe. And then you attach a 1x2 tile on the thigh part, which does make a really nice little looking thigh, now that I see it. Then after that, we attach... After that, we take one of these pieces in gold, in this gold color, which is nice. So this gold color is also interesting to talk about, because it is not quite your... It's a bit brighter than your... it's a bit brighter than your official Lego gold. Kind of feels like your typical... Kind of looks like that sort of shade that your typical bootleg gold would be. But anyways, you just grab one of these parts and one of these parts, which is basically just your like Among Us like hinge pieces, just more squared off. So you're basically gonna attach it on like so. And then you're just gonna clip it on like here and hinge it up, kind of forming a kneecap. Then after that, you take one of these triangular pieces and one of these parts with this sticker on it, with one of these stickers on it. And so what you do here is you have it set at this angle, and then you attach it on like so. Yep, just making sure. Then after that, you so after that, you do attach it on like, hold on. Wait, does it? Hold on. The instructions are trying to confuse me. So yeah, so you build it like this. So basically, you're going to attach these studs onto these two anti-studs. This anti-stud and this anti-stud. So you're just going to attach it like that. And then you got yourself a leg. Then after that, you just build a mirrored version of that leg that you just built. So, take your parts. Gonna be building the thigh. You're grabbing that part and taking the hinge part. Of course, I'm gonna be flipping that over so I can mirror the construction more easily. So you build it like that. This time with the studs facing the opposite direction. then attach that, be attaching this part onto there. And because I sometimes do things out of order, because I do some things out of order, just gonna do that, attach this part onto there, and attach this clip piece, that way, then I grab 2 more of these parts, and just clip that on there like so. And boom, now you have 2 sets of those legs. Then after that, you take your Kre-o lower torso, you attach your legs onto the ball joints of that lower torso. Very nice. Then after that, we start working on the torso, the upper torso. So you take this part, you attach a third one of these on top of it, like so. You take one of these parts in gold, you add it on top of those studs, making sure that the clip part is facing the opposite direction of the hinge part. And then on this side, on the hinge side, you take this like double clip piece, which is really interesting. You clip that onto this side, and then you clip this on the other end of that double clip thing. Very nice. Very interesting little part there. Kinda wish that Lego would make something like this. It's quite a useful part. Quite a useful little part this thing is. But anyway, next you take this wedge piece and you take this gold part and the clip piece, you attach the clip piece onto the solid studs of this part. And then what you do is you attach this onto here like so. Yeah, the instructions are really trying to confuse me again. Yeah, it goes like this, so that there's a stud of overhang on each side. And then after that, you take another clip piece, add onto here, and then what you do is you take one of these little pieces, attach it to the anti-stud of one of these, clip on there like so, and then what you do is you rotate it and clip it onto the clip. Very interesting. Now we're basically going to do the same thing on the other arm, on the other side. Well, I said arm. Quite obvious now, isn't it? Boom, boom. Making sure that there's a stud of overhang attached to this. Take these 2 pieces, plug it in like so, and clip it onto there. Now that we've mirrored that, now we clip it onto here so that these clips are going to clip onto this double hinge piece like so. And then what we do next is build the head, not the robot head, but the dino head. So we take this part, you see, and you attach the slope brick on top of it like so. Then we take this hinge piece and attach it onto here. And then we take this hinge part and we clip it onto the middle part like so. And it's telling me to attach it to the assembly now. But I'm going to build the other part of the head first. And so what's going to happen is first we take this part and this and a 1x2 and we're going to attach it under here like so. Yep. Then after that we take this part in gold, and what's going to happen is we're going to attach it onto here like so. After that, we take another 1x2 gold piece, attach it like that, and then on top of that, we take the translucent red 1x2 gold part and attach on top of that. Then after that, we take two more of these parts, and we're gonna basically layer them on top of these studs like so. Let's try to. Some of the parts do fit kind of weird. But there, we have the other part, the dino head. So we're just going to clip this onto the hinge part, like so. Now boom, dino head. After that, we can clip this onto the gold clip onto this assembly. There, now we can set that aside. But before that, we're going to take a 2x2 and layer on a couple of jumper plates. Like so. Then what's going to happen is the studs on the jumper plate are going to go on the anti-studs of this hinge part right here. Or at least that's what I think it goes. Yep. Okay, so after that, we're going to be working on the torso next, which is you're going to take your crayon torso, gonna slide on this back piece, and then on top of that, you fit on his head. You just attach his crayon head. Okay, then it tells you to attach it to the 4 studs on here. It tells you to attach the 4 studs onto the 4 anti-studs, like so. Okay, alright. There's just a step that just tells you to just flip the dino head up like this. This looks kind of weird. Oh, I see. It's also telling you to fold this in half, I believe. Very odd. But it is telling you to attach the legs onto the torso now. So I guess I can do that. Maybe it's had weird to mess with. But enough about that. Now we can work on the arms. So the arms. You take one of these pieces, you attach a clip piece on the end of it, and then after that, you attach another one of these gold parts on top of that. And then after that, you attach this gold clip piece attached to the anti-studs, and then at the end of attach one of these little claw pieces onto the gold clip, like so. And you're basically just going to build two of those. It's a simple construction. These are what's going to form the arms / legs. Then after that, we're going to be working on the forearms, which you're going to be attaching stickers onto these two very rounded parts. These two sort of rounded parts. You're going to be attaching these stickers onto them. Alright. And on this part, you'll be attaching two stickers. A sticker on this side, and a mirrored version of that sticker on this side. It is a very nice piece. It is a very nice way of working this piece. But I'll talk more about that when I do the review. But first, I'm going to be finishing off the shoulders by taking one of these pieces, attaching a 1x2 stud onto the anti-stud of this part, like so. Then I'll be attaching a translucent red 1x1 rounded stud onto the 1x2. And then I'll be attaching this part onto these three studs, like so. So that the sticker side with this gray rounded side facing the side with the red anti-stud. Then you're basically just going to be mirroring that same build to boom, and finishing off with that. And so what's going to happen is these are going to be able to clip onto the shoulders assemblies. Then after that, we can attach the arms onto the Kre-o torso. Then after that, we can take this piece and clip this part onto it, like so. You can slide it around to suit your fancy. But for now, I'm gonna be I'm gonna have it close to what the instructions have it. Semi-close. And then you just clip this onto the hand. And then, last but most certainly not least, you attach the helmet onto the head, like so. And then you adjust. Hold on, first let me see if flipping this clip around fixes this little issue I'm having back here. Didn't seem to have changed. Oh shoot. Well, that ain't good. Yeah, I'll deal with that later. But for now, that is Grimlock all built up and ready to go. And that will be it for this video. If you enjoyed this build through, consider to like and subscribe, and maybe even comment if you want. And of course, I will be posting again sooner or later.